Hey folks, Mike Johnson here. If it's got wheels and an engine, you're in the right place. On this channel, we dive into car repairs, maintenance tips, and everything you need to keep your ride running smooth. If you're into cars and want to keep learning, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. All right, enough talking. Let's get into it.
When the outside temperature starts to drop, it's important to have a working heater inside your car. On some vehicles, a component called a heater control valve plays an essential role in operating the heater and keeping your cabin warm. How does a heating control valve work? An example of a heating control valve diagram. Some vehicles, mainly older models, have a heating control valve. As the name suggests, the heater control valve controls the flow of coolant through the heater core. To better understand the heater control valve, it's important to first know how your car's heater works. How your car heater works. Your car's heating system relies on hot coolant from the engine cooling system to warm the passenger compartment. A typical cooling system has four main components: the water pump, radiator, thermostat, and heater core. A typical cooling system has four main components: a water pump, radiator, thermostat, and heater core. When the vehicle is running, the engine-driven water pump moves coolant through the engine, where the coolant picks up heat, and to the thermostat. The thermostat blocks the flow of coolant to the radiator until the engine reaches operating temperature. The thermostat then opens, allowing coolant to flow from the engine to the radiator. After cooling in the radiator, the coolant returns to the water pump to repeat the cycle. The water pump also forces hot coolant through the heater core during the cooling system cycle. A pair of pipes connects the heater core to the cooling system. When the driver turns on the air conditioning fan, a blower motor forces air through the heater core, transferring heat to the passenger compartment. When the vehicle is running, the engine-driven water pump moves coolant through the engine and to the thermostat. The role of the heating control valve: on most vehicles, coolant flows through the heater radiator whenever the water pump is running. A mixing door, which routes the flow of air in and out of the radiator, regulates the temperature of the heat leaving the vents. But there are also vehicles that use a heater control valve to manage coolant flow through the heater core. Depending on the system design, the heater control valve may be normally closed, blocking coolant flow until activated, or normally open, allowing coolant flow until activated. Some heater control valves are operated via a cable or engine vacuum, while others are electronically controlled. How do I know if my heater control valve is faulty? An inoperative heater is the most common sign of a faulty heater control valve. Heater control valves can also develop coolant leaks. Of course, other faulty components can produce the same symptoms, so you'll need to test the heater control valve to make sure it's to blame. How do I test a heating control valve? Do you think your car's heater control valve might be defective? To be on the safe side, you'll want to perform a thorough diagnostic before replacing the valve. Note, the method of testing the valve varies according to the system design. So it's a good idea to consult a repair manual or repair database before you start testing. Start by performing a visual inspection of the valve, looking for leaks and other obvious signs of damage. If everything looks okay, you'll want to move on to checking the temperature of the valve's inlet and outlet pipes, as follows: bring the motor to operating temperature and set the heater to the hottest setting. Check the temperature of the valve outlet pipe. Between valve and radiator, it should be almost as hot as the valve inlet pipe. If the outlet pipe is significantly cooler than the inlet pipe, the valve is probably stuck closed, preventing coolant from flowing through the heater radiator. The method of testing the valve will vary according to system design. But before condemning the heating control valve, you need to make sure that its control system is working properly. If the valve is cable operated, make sure the cable is working properly without binding. If the valve is vacuum controlled, make sure the vacuum line is correctly routed and intact. If the valve is electronically controlled, check that the valve control circuit is working correctly. Visually inspect the valve for leaks and other obvious signs of damage. Location of heating control valve. The heater control valve is usually aligned with the heater core intake pipe, which is often located near the vehicle's firewall. But the exact location of the valve varies from vehicle to vehicle. To determine the location of your car's valve, if it has one, it's a good idea to consult a repair manual or repair database. Can you bypass a heating control valve? Some people choose to bypass a faulty heating control valve rather than replace it. Unfortunately, bypassing the valve can cause several problems. Bypassing the heating control valve is not a good idea because the modification compromises the integrity of the cooling system. If the valve is removed and the hose connected directly to the heater core, hot coolant will flow through the radiator at all times, which could lead to air conditioning performance problems. On the other hand, if both the valve and the heater core are bypassed, vehicle heating will be inoperative. In either case, bypassing the heater control valve is not a good idea, as the modification compromises the integrity of the cooling system. Since heating control valves are generally quite affordable and easy to replace, your best bet is to replace the valve rather than bypass it. In conclusion, understanding how a heating control valve works is essential for optimizing your heating system's efficiency and performance. By regulating the flow of hot water or steam, these valves play a crucial role in maintaining the desired temperature in your space. Whether you're looking to improve comfort or reduce energy costs, knowing the mechanics behind this component can help you make informed decisions about your heating system. Thank you for watching, and we hope this video has provided you with valuable insights into the function and importance of heating control valves.